Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us again this afternoon for our first in a three-part series, Altering and Tailoring, Basic Sewing and Upcycling. My name is Jose, and I'm a librarian here at LA County Library, and I'll be monitoring today's program. Now, before we get started with our presentation, I would like to take a moment of your time to read the LA County Land Acknowledgement. The County of Los Angeles recognizes that we occupy land originally and still inhabited and cared for by the Tangba, Tataviam, Serrano, Quiche, and Chumash peoples. We honor and pay respect to their elders and descendants, past, present, and emerging, as we continue their stewardships of these lands and waters. We acknowledge that settler colonization resulted in land seizure, disease, subjugation, slavery, relocation, broken promises, genocide, and multi-generational trauma. This acknowledgement demonstrates our responsibility and commitment to truth, healing, and reconciliation, and to the elevating the stories, cultures, and communities of the original inhabitants of Los Angeles County. We are grateful to have the opportunity to live and work on these ancestral lands. We are dedicated to growing and sustaining relationships with Native peoples and local tribal governments, including, in no particular order, the Fernandino Tatavian Band of Mission Indians, the Gabelino Tangba Indians of California Tribal Council, the Gabelino Tangba San Gabriel Band of Mission Indians, the Gabelino Band of Mission Indians Quiche Nation, the San Manuel Band of Mission Indians, San Fernando Band of Mission Indians. Thank you. And with that, it is my great pleasure and honor to hand it off to today's host. I've worked with Anna Sylvia. I don't know, we've been working together for almost 8 years. Wow, 2017. Yeah, wow, it's been a while. So handing it over to Anna Sylvia, your host for today. Thank you so much, everybody.
Thanks, Jose, and welcome everybody. My name is Ana Silvia Torres, and I'm a librarian here at LA County Library. And I'm so happy to have this program here with you today. This is a continuation of the sewing and the mending programs that we've had over the last few months. We see that you all really love this type of program, so we're going to continue it for as long as you all keep requesting them and showing up, or as long as we're able to. So I'm actually going to turn this over to an expert today on sewing. Her name is Dee, and she is the founder and designer of School of Couture, where she's been teaching students how to sew and create patterns and designs for over 20 years. She is extremely talented. She's taught me a lot about what I know about sewing. So I know that you're in for a huge treat. So I'm going to pass it on to Dee now. And have fun, everybody. Thanks again for being here.
So what we will do today to be very fun project, it's upcycling. We will make such a fun project. It's like rug upcycling. It's very easy. You don't need lots of skills. And what we will learn today, we will do it from scratch. I will explain to you how to organize your sewing spot, what kind of needles and threads you will need during the sewing, how to start and manage the sewing machine, and how to sew exactly this type of projects. So can we switch to our presentation, please? First thing, what we will need. So we will talk about what kind of designs you can use. For example, I found these rugs on Etsy. So, and you see it can be different type of colors, designs, and like prices are really cool. It's $81, $80, $94. And you can make your own, and you don't need a lot for that. So, for example, it can be this type of shape. So you are guys designers here. You can make any shape. So it's kind of like no limitation. So it can be something like this. It shouldn't be a rug. It can be a wall decoration. Or for example, I like this one personally. Or this way. It can be any color, any type of fabrics. But better to use a blanket, like any type of fabrics. You can use old towels, bed sheets, and you don't need a lot. For example, for something like, can they see this one?
Not sure.
No? Okay. So like you can use like 2 yards of the main fabric, kind of what you will see, and 1 yard of batting. It's kind of like it can be even a towel, it can be like a soft blanket, it can be fleece, which will go inside and make it kind of give it a shape. Now let's talk about the tools. You don't need to have all of them, but it will be much easier for you to work if you will have it. And it's really good to know like how to organize your sewing spots and what kind of equipment and tools you will need in the future. So the most important one is the fabric scissors. It can be special ones, or you can buy, like I have mine from IKEA for $10. They are pretty good too. So any like good scissors will work. Next one, it's better to have a something smaller one just for the threads. When we will talk about how to organize a sewing spot, I will show you how I'm using it. And usually it will save lots of time for you and make your like space more organized. Seam Ripper, it's our friend, so you guys should love it. You will use it a lot. So it's better to have a like really tiny one. You don't need the big ones, but it should be very sharp. So pin cushions and pins. So here you can see just a regular pin cushion. What I will use a magnetic one. Usually it's better because that you can protect your family, your pets from the like pins all around your house. And pins can be like pins and needles, they can be different. So you will have to pay attention. When we will talk about the needles, I will explain to you how, like, what is the most important to know about pins and needles. And just remember, guys, so all pins and needles can work only 6-8 hours. So it means after 6-8 hours of actual working, you will need to change them because they will be not so sharp anymore. Hand stitching needle. Of course, this project 99% of sewing machine, but of course you can do it by hand. It doesn't matter. But still, even if you will use your sewing machine, we will need like one good needle for the hand stitching. So sewing machine, of course. So guys, any sewing machine will work. We just need the straight stitch. That's it. It shouldn't be fancy. It shouldn't be brand new. And the secret is then older the machine, usually it's better. So ruler is very important. So here kind of, guys, it's more about geometry. And we need actually know how much the seam allowance. And if it's 1/2 inch, we should sew 1/2 inch. If it will be like 3/8, we will have to sew 3/8. So good ruler will help a lot. Tailor's chalk. So that one is for the tracing and it helps a lot. It can be different colors. So usually I order it from Amazon. It can be like white, yellow, green, red. And also what I will show you guys, I found out it's a special pen for designers. And when you will iron it, it will come out. So it's kind of like heat erasable pen. And it's much better and easier to use than Tailor's chalk. But Tailor's chalk is like good too. Next, we will use the regular threads. Right now, we will use the polyesters because usually right now they're better. The quality is better, the price is better, much cheaper compared to the other ones. And you will find like varieties of colors. And also remember, guys, that all threads can work only 3 and 5 years. After the 3-5 years, kind of, they are old. So it's better to buy the fresh one. Sewing machine needles. Yeah, so it's very important for the machine is a needle. If you will get the good needle, so it's a 90% of guarantee that your project will be successful. Machine needles can be different by type and by size. We will talk about it later. and sewing machine bobbins. Usually, of course, it comes when you buy the sewing machine. So, and they can be metal or plastic. You're very welcome to use any of that. They're the same. Yeah, ironing and ironing board. That one is a 50% of sewing. Guys, it's better to have it with the steam. The most important, the steam during the sewing. And you will be impressed to see like your iron can fix 70% of all your mistakes during the sewing. Yeah, so it's a must have. Like it's kind of like when you have a sewing machine, at the same time, it's better to get the good iron. It shouldn't be very expensive. So I found mine in Walmart. It was $50 and it's working perfectly. And our friend, it's a trash can, like small ones. I bought mine from Dyson. You're very welcome to order it from any other places. It will help organize your sewing spot a lot. So now, guys, let's talk about how to organize your working space, because if you will organize it really well, like sewing will be much easier and the project will be like much neater. Let's switch to the camera, please. Yeah, so we'll use our sewing machine here. So this one is our sewing machine. I'm using just a regular brother. If you would like to know the model, it's HC1850. It's a sewing and quilting machine, very beginner friendly, but you're very welcome to use any brand. So we are a school, we don't sell anything, especially equipment. So we only teach. But this machine helped us a lot, and it's working almost like 5 years without any service. So most important, when you will organize your sewing spot, what you will need to have is a trash bin. And if you will see, can I move it a little bit more? Because all your tools always should be on the right side of machine. Yeah, so we will get the trash bin. Then we will get the small scissors. Do you remember I was talking about? So it's kind of like this. It's very easy to trim the threads. And the last is what you will need when you will sew. It's a pin cushion. You see, guys, it's a magnetic one. And the pins. So all your tools, scissors, trash pin, and pin cushion with pins should be on the right side of your sewing workspace. So usually the left side, so here, it should be absolutely clean. It's only for your sewing project. That's a minimum what you need. But if you will keep it this way, it will be very organized and it will be very easy to sew. And also life hack, what I did, so let me show you on the side here on machine. I bought the special hook from the Dollar Tree, I believe. And so they say it's much easier for me to organize my scissors and I always know where they are. Now, when we know how to organize our sewing spot, let's talk about needles. Yeah, so let's go, guys, to our presentation part. And if you have any questions, guys, you're very welcome to, I think, chat, like in the chat. Yeah, we can leave the questions. Okay. So right now, if you will see my presentation, as I told you guys, yeah, the right side, always remember, it's only for the tools. And the left side, only for the project. So left side should be absolutely clean. So, and when we will talk about the needles, before you start your project, you should understand, yeah, it can be two big different types of needles. Like usually you have to understand what kind of type of needle you need and what kind of size of needles do you need. So look at these guys. It's a special needle as a ballpoint. This needle are the best for the sewing knitted fabric, like stretchy, like jersey, fleece. So it's a ballpoint needles for that type of fabrics. If we will do embroidery, so we will use a special embroidery needles. if you will sew the jeans, like we are talking about the real jeans, yeah? So it's better to use a special like jeans needle. And it's not only for the jeans, you can sew the canvas and coated fabrics, like everything which kind of like jeans type of thickness and texture. Also, we have a special needle for the stretch fabrics, yeah? So it's a spandex, different like elastics, lycra, silky jersey. So that like needle is special for that type of fabrics. Then we have a universal needle. Universal needle is almost for everything. If it's fabric not stretchy, you are very welcome to use a universal needle. Usually you will use it like 80% of all your projects. Then we have a special needle for quilting. So it's very sharp and it's easy go through multiple layers. So for example, for today's projects, for us, it's an option to use a quilting needle or use a universal needle. So both of them will work. Then when you will go to the store, you will see the size of the needles, yeah? So it's usually two types of numbers. You can see like 60, 70, 80, 90, like 100, 110. And also you can see numbers like 8, 10, 12, like 14. Just one of them is just for America, other one is a European ones. Usually when you will buy the needles, you will see both of that numbers. And remember that if it's like 60, 70, it's for very fine fabrics. It's very thin fabrics. 80, 90 for the medium thickness of fabric. And 100, 110 or higher, it will be for very like thick fabrics like jeans, for example, like tents, outdoor fabrics, something like which very thick. So if you see this chart, so like they say very light fabrics, lightweight cotton, silk, like and all that numbers, yeah, it's very important. When you will start your sewing project, you should understand the type of fabrics and then you should understand your size. That way it will be much easier for you to sew. But also remember, all the needles and pins can work only 6, 8 hours of actual working. It's not like being in machine, yeah, at actual working. And after that, you should change it. But for example, if you start one project with a stretchy fabric, but then you will sew, for example, just the regular cotton. So you have to switch the needles. So every fabric requires own like needle type and size. Sometimes even if you are going to sew the same cotton, but it will be the different thickness of the fabric, then it means you have to change the needle. It can be the same type, but it will be the different size. If you have any questions, please text us in the chat, and after the masterclass, we will answer. Yeah, at the beginning, maybe it will be too confusing, too much information, but it's guys easy, and through the projects, you will get it. And from me, it's my advice or what I noticed. If you will sew something very important, yeah, for example, or evening gown, or when you're using special fabrics, which kind of like very rare, very expensive, better to use the new needle. It will save your life. It saved mine a lot. Yeah, so it's a good needle is a 90% of all your success. Most important, like when you have a troubles with the machine, the first one is the needle. And the second trouble is that maybe you didn't thread the machine right way. And only 10% that's something wrong with the machine. Okay. And also the threads can be different too. So threads can be like by purpose. You have to choose a by purpose. What kind of like, what are you sewing? Or by material. Better to combine both of them, yeah? So all-purpose thread usually is good for the general, for everything. And when you will buy the thread, you will see it's like all-purpose thread. Then we have a, oh, sorry. We have a special threads for embroidery. Sometimes it can be from polyester, from the rain, from a silk, and they're usually bright. But depends of the design right now, the new rules in the fashion kind of to break all the rules. You're very welcome to like try something different. But what I'm teaching right now, guys, it's how it should be by the rules, by like old school. But you're very welcome to see around what can happen. Then the special threads for denim thread. If you will see that you see like orange stitch around your jeans, yeah, so it's special thread. It's usually goes like very heavy duty. Sometimes it can be different colors. It's not only like orange. It can be yellow, it can be bluish, like different types. But when you will use that type of thread, guys, be careful. It's very thick, so for that type of thread, you have, and you will sew jeans or canvas, something like that. You will need very thick needle. So the size of the needle will be 100 when you will use that type of thread. Special is a quilting thread. Quilting thread is very heavy duty, and it's easy go through all the layers. It's very good for the quilting or if you will sew the winter clothes. So it helps a lot. And so it's very strong. For example, for projects, what we will do today, guys, we are very welcome to use a quilting thread, or we can use just a regular all-purpose thread. Also, we have a special like invisible thread. Usually they clear and kind of when you will sew, you will almost not able to see them. And they're very soft, usually really good to your skin. We use it for this, like for the children clothes sometimes, like for outdoors, for like swimming suits and other stuff. And also you can understand that threads you can divide them by material. Yeah, like the cotton one. Cotton thread is very good, but right now it's more expensive than the polyester. So right now, 95% everybody will use polyester ones. Yeah, so you see polyester threads because they're the same as the cotton. They may be sometimes even stronger, and they can be shiny, they can be not shiny. You can find the varieties of colors, and like they're very heavy duty and much cheaper than other ones. So the nylon thread, if you will like, usually for the leather, upholstery, or heavy duty fabrics, for example, if you will sew the outdoor fabrics or something for your car, then you are very welcome to use the nylon thread. The silk one, I think I didn't like see any natural silk threads anymore. But you're very welcome to use that ones too. Before we had the rule, if you're using the cotton fabric, you have to use a cotton thread. If you use polyester fabric, you have to use a polyester threads. If you use the silk fabric, you should use the silk thread. But right now, it's kind of, we don't keep that rule anymore, but we keep it only for the silk. If you're going to use the real silk fabric, it's better to use a real like silk thread. Uh, because the polyester will not work so well. Polyester is shiny, but from outside, and silk is shiny from inside. It's kind of like diamond. So that way it's better, like if you real silk fabric, real silk thread. Now, today we will learn how to thread the sewing machine. Let's maybe switch to our sewing machine and I will show you. Yeah, so this is our sewing machine. Don't be scared, please. You will not able to ruin the machine. So it's very hard. Yeah. So first of all, when we start to thread the machine, it's better turn it off. Yeah, it's for your safety. If I will turn it off, it will be hard to see for you because we have the lights here. So I am not going to turn it off. But for you guys, it's like must have, okay? The safety is more important. So here on the bottom, we have a bobbin. So to open this part, we just need to press button that way to the right and open the cup. Yeah, here. So, and inside here, we have a bobbin. So this one is a bobbin. It can be plastic one. It can be a metal one, so something like this. You're very welcome to use any of them. So both of them the same, are the same. But only the difference, it should be exactly for your machine because every machine, every brand has their own sizes. Usually you will not able to see them, like the difference, but it's still some difference there. Okay, so when you will buy your machine, usually you will get the empty one. It will be nothing in, so you will have to make it. Yeah, so how we make our bobbin? So first of all, example, I have like, let me make it clean. We don't need the extra threads. And today I will use kind of opposite color of thread, just that way you can see it better. But when you will sew your project, better match your thread and needle, please. Oh, and thread and fabric, please. Okay. Okay, sorry. It's my kind of like, I always trying to make them full because when I see the empty bobbin, it's a nightmare for me. So this one is a bobbin, yeah? And you will see this piece here. So just press it down, you see? If you will going to use a bigger thread or smaller thread, it's up to you. So I will use the bigger one, so it will just stay behind the sewing machine. And I will just work with this end, yeah? So, that's this. Everywhere, just the hooks. It's very easy to thread, yeah? So the first hook will go here on the top. So, can you see it? It's like number one. So this is the hook number one here, and then hook number two. So just to hook. Then we go all around this hook. They say all around here and under this like plate. Under this plate. Then go all the way here to the bobbin, and we will like wrap it around from the top to the right side, like this. After that, we just push our bobbin to the right, and we will press our pedal. So, and so this is that way it will start. You can make it full. Machine, you can make it full or you can stop anytime when would you like. So it's up to you, but machine will know when it's full and it will stop automatically. So here on our machine, if you will see it like here on the bottom a little bit, we have a speed control button. Yeah, so this one is a speed control button. So look at this. If I will increase it, bobbin will go faster. Yeah, you see? And let's wait until it will be done. And here on the side, I have my scissors. I'm ready when it will be done. And you will see it will, machine will stop automatically. So this it stopped. So what we need to do, we will just trim our thread here in the middle and push our bobbin back to the left side and lift it up like this. So our bobbin is ready to work, yeah? So when we will dip it inside back here, what we need to do? First of all, we have to check the direction. It should go from the top to the left side. They see it's kind of like P letter. Yeah. So very important, guys. This is like most important part ever. From the top to the left. Yeah. So we will just stick it inside here. And here you will see the arrows showing you path where it should go. Just go all around here following the path. So don't worry, you will not able to make something different here. And here's a blade. Just pull it and that's it. It's done. Then we have to like close the lid. You see this side, like small part, it will go here underneath the metal part. And just push it down. Our bobbin is done. Yeah, don't be scared, guys. Most important in sewing is to practice. Practice, practice, and practice. Now I will show you how to thread the main thread. Mine is very big, so why I'm just keeping it behind. But you're very welcome to put it as like spool holder here. So the same way, everywhere, just the hooks, nothing else. It should be very easy to thread it. So let's go back to our top. So can you see it, guys? Just a second, we will try to make it easier for you to see. Yeah, like this. So hook number 1, hook number 2. So they see just the hooks. So it's very easy. Like that's it. Then you will see here the path. We will go all the way down. So they see here, you will see the numbers. Here is a number. It says 2. If you see it. Yeah. Can you see the number 2? So here's a number 2. And it has the arrow saying go down. Yeah, we will just go down. Then we have here number 3 saying go up. So they see we are going up. Then on the top, you will see number 4. It says go from the right to the left, and we have the hook inside too. So you just need to hook it there. That's it. It's very easy, guys. And we have a number 5 saying go all the way down. Then we have a needle. It's better to trim your end. And when we will thread our needle, we should go from the front to the back. So maybe it will be a little bit uncomfortable, guys, to you to see because you can't see anything here. So they see from the front to the back, just thread your needle. They see like this. Yeah. And this one is the foot. We will go under the foot and the thread should just stay behind the machine. Yeah, so that's it. It's very easy. If you will practice at least 10 times, you will get it. It's not about how, like, can you see it or not? More important, your fingers. So you have to get that muscle memory. Should I do it one more time just in case? Oh, guys, you're very welcome to follow our presentation.
Yes, this will all be recorded so they can go back and look at it.
Yeah. So don't be scared.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this way machine is ready to work. Yeah. So let me just explain to you what you can see here. So this button, like not all the machine have it, but it's very good to have, is a speed control. So it doesn't matter how experienced you are. Even I am using this button a lot. So it's very slow, like medium and very fast. And especially if you're a beginner, it's better to get the machine with the speed control. Then we have a next button here. You will see the needle kind of. So it's a needle down or needle up. It's the same as this wheel. You see? So if you will turn this wheel, so it's the same one. So it controls the needle. So this button and the wheel, they are the same. And always remember, if you're going to use this wheel, always turn it towards yourself. It's very important for the sewing machine. That way, machine can make a loop. Next button, we call it U-turn. Because the machine can tie the knot, so we press and hold this button and machine can sew the opposite direction. So that way machine ties the knots. Then we have a start-stop button. That button we use when we don't want to press the pedal. And pedal is kind of, guys, it's this one. When you press it, machine will sew. If you don't want to work with your leg, pressing this one, you are very welcome to use this button. But it's harder to control the machine. So I would recommend to use this button only when you will make a button holes. Kind of, we do it only for that. Then you will see different type of stitches here. In real case, you don't need them. So kind of, then more stitches you have, then more expensive machine. So this type of machine on Amazon, I believe it's around 250. But this is good machine, I like it. Oh, most important, what you will use a lot is the straight stitch, zigzags, and buttonholes. If you have a variety of buttonholes, it means it's a very good machine. All these stitches are very good. It's just for decoration. You can make up pillowcases, like coasters, table runners, and decorate like your clothes. Also, this machine has like letters and numbers. For example, you can write somebody's name or like phone number if you want to share. So yeah, so most important, straight stitches, zigzags, and buttonholes. And of course, speed control. So if you will find all that stuff on your machine, so it means it's a best machine ever. So you don't need anything else. So what else we will use? Here, if you would like to change your, for example, numbers here, for example, I would like stitch number 3. So if this one for tens, this one for ones, I will change here the number 3, and now it will stitch number 3 stitch. If I would like, for example, number 70 here is a hearts, I will press here 7. Here will be 0. If I would like 76, so 7 will stay, I will just change this 6. So that way you are very welcome to change any type of stitches. But for today, what we will use just a regular straight stitch. It will be 0, 0, like this. And here, so do you see here, it's a 2.5, and here's the lines. It shows how long will be the stitch. In sewing, usually what you will do, you will use or 2.8 or 3 millimeters. That's like by the rules how long should be our stitches. But if you will do the top stitching, something for decoration, then usually we increase it and the length of the stitch will be 3.5. So, but for general sewing, it's always 3. And these bottom numbers, for the straight stitch, it means the needle position. For example, 0, 0 is our left side. If I will change for the 3.5, my needle here will come to the center, to the middle, if you can see it. And if I will change that number to the 7, my needle will go to the rightest position. So that way I can control my needle where to sew. But always do like everything like general. The length of the stitch should be 3 and your needle should be in the middle position. What does it mean, the middle position? So look at this. When you will sew, your needle should be here in the middle of the foot. So this one is the foot, so it should be here. That way you will work 90% of all your time. Yeah, if you have questions, please chat. Yeah, so leave your questions there. And now, let's start the project. So we will, let me switch the side. I will go that way. As I told you guys before, you don't need the special fabrics. Everything will work, especially when it's your first project. So I use this one is cotton. I use the cottons. I bought it from the Home Goods. And I like the design, and I made pajama from the cottons. And then I had some leftovers, and I use it for the rug. You're very welcome. Go to the Pinterest, Etsy, and find lots of designs there. There are so many. And so what you will need for that? So I will make, guys, very small ones because camera will not able to show the bigger ones. But you're very welcome to make any size and any shape. Yeah. So let's see. I'm using just the regular cotton fabrics, but you're very welcome to use any fabric. So what I will do, first of all, here, guys, I will use, as I told you, the special pen for the designers. Like, so they see, you can, looks like a regular pen. I don't know, can you see it or not? Like this, yeah. So it's a regular pen. Looks like regular pen, but when you will iron, everything will disappear. Or you can use tailor's chalk. So they say you can find them in different colors. And it's like, which way is easier and which way is better for you? Let's use the tailor's chalk. What I will do, I will just draw here. I don't know. Oh, maybe I want to the air balloon. Yeah, something like that. Can you see it, guys? Or maybe should I make it smaller?
They can see, yeah, they're saying thumbs up. Yeah, they can see it.
Nice. Yeah. So they say it's like you can draw any shape. So whatever would you like? You guys designers. So they say just this shape. And then I will use the fabric scissors. As I told you before, mine is from IKEA. I love them. They're very easy. So most important, it's better when they have some angle. They say when you will cut it, it will be much easier to go all around. And when you will cut, so guys, never move the fabric. You should move around the fabric. Fabric should stay like on the table, okay? And when you will cut scissors, this part of your scissors, the bottom part, always should stay on the table. So you're cutting like this. So we don't need to follow the shape. We just need to cut a little bit around. So we just need this part. So they it like that, just to see where we will sew. And then, so it's a 2 layers of fabric. They see I'm working on 2 layers of fabric at the same time. So, and better when the like face, it means nice side of fabric should be inside. So we are always working on the wrong side of the fabric, which one is not nice one. Yeah, so always the face, we call it face, usually inside. So my face is here, and this one is the wrong side, and this one is the wrong side of the fabric. Then we need just the batting. So anything, it can be like your towel, it can be whatever, soft and nice to make a shape. We will just go all around here. It will go underneath. You see, it will be like 1 layer of fabric, second layer of fabric, and this part. You can use a fleece or all blanket, and so we will just like go all around. Just leave a little bit the room around, yeah. So next step, we will get our pins, and as the pins can be like the same types and like sizes as the needles. So if you're buying the like special needle, like universal needle for sewing machine for your project, so you should use the universal pins for it too. And they can be different sizes. It's better to buy as fine as possible. Then when you will poke the fabric, you will not see that like holes afterwards. So we will pin it all around. Just all around. Be careful, don't poke yourself. And then we will inside, flip it out, this project, and we should leave the openings. Yeah, so to inside out. It's better always to make it, leave the opening when it's a straight lines. Never do it on the corners or when it's like too curved. So I will open like around like 2 inches. So if you see it here, so this part will be opened. I'm not going to sew it. I will start from here, go all around, and stop here with my back stitch. Then I will get the scissors and will trim it all around, make it nice, okay? I will use the opposite color for the sewing machine, but you should guys use the same color as your fabric. Because if I will use the green ones, you will not able to see it. So maybe I will use orange. So let me move our sewing machine here closer to me. I will introduce that way. Okay. And it already has blue. Maybe if I could change it for orange. Yeah, so I will open my bobbin. And what I found, like this one, silicone, like ring for the bobbins, it's so good, easy to organize. And so look at this. This one is a metal one, yeah. So it will go from the top to the left side. It's kind of a little bit blurry.
Yeah,
or
it's a little blurry. Let's see.
guys, can you like see us? Is it okay?
Maybe it needs to focus because we're moving it around a
Oh,
bit.
yeah.
Let's see. Okay, they're saying they can
Well,
see it.
thank you guys.
Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah, so look at this. Maybe the angle, sorry.
All right, let's play around.
Yeah, so we need to play around a little bit, then you can see it better. So, okay, maybe this way, yeah, like this.
Yeah.
So this one is like metal one, but you can use plastic, metal, but most important the size. When I will thread it, look at this, guys. It should go from the top to the left side. Yeah. So then it will go. Oh, it's okay. So it will go all the way down, and we will just follow the path here, all around, and trim it here. It has a blade there. And here is my favorite trash bin, but it should be on the right side. As I told you, everything on the right side. Left side only for the project. If you will get that habit from the beginning, guys, it will be much easier for you to sew in the future because you will be like so organized. I'm going to use the polyester threads. I got it from Joann's, but it's no Joann's anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Joann's had a very good thread. They were like, was always fresh. Okay, so it will stay behind. So if you can see it, it look like, yeah. So these two hooks first, yeah. So look at this, like two hooks. Then we will go follow the path all the way down. Number 3 says go up, all around. So this one is the metal part. If you can see it, you can press the needle up or needle down. When your needle is down, you will not able to see that hook. And if your needle up, so they say you will see that metal hook. Everywhere just hooks. You should remember that, okay? Then we will go all the way down. It's number 5 says go all the way down. And now we will thread the needle. So what we will do, we will go from the front to the back. So let's see. Okay, that's the tricky part. So it's better to trim the thread first. Okay, so pull it all the way back. So under the foot and to the back side. Always it should be a little bit long, like 4 inches, maybe 5 inches, and under the foot. It's very important. So stitch number 00, it's kind of like straight stitch. Length of the stitch, how long is my stitch? Is 3. Needle position is 3.5. It means that my needle exactly in the middle. It's very important. So this part should be open for inside out. So I will start from here and go all the way all around. Yeah. So let me see what I will do. So let's make maybe like, oh, sorry, we can make that. It's very important for you guys to see how I will sew it. So let me get closer to the machine. Now, I will line up all 3 layers, yeah, here. So you see 2 layers of fabric and the batting. Like, and look at this. Here, this is my foot. Let me show it closer to you. So you see, it's a general foot. If you see it, and here in the middle, it has a gap. So I have a plastic stuff on the sides, and here is a gap. So when I will sew, my eyes concentrate not on the needle. I should concentrate that my line goes exactly into that gap. Okay, so it should follow the gap. It should be exactly there, and my eye should be only here. Don't look at the needle. Needle can be tricky. It can go to the right, to the left, but your eye should be exactly here. So I will start here. So line up, foot down. So where is my pin cushion? Okay, let's be organized as I do. So my pin cushion, my scissors, my trash bin, yeah, everything on the right side. And left side is clean and nice. It's only for the project. So how we will start? We will just make 3 stitches forward. So I will pin out, look at this. 1, 2, 3. Stop. Then, do you remember I was talking about the U-turn button? Yeah, it's how we tie the knot on machine. I will press and hold and do 1, 2, 3 stitches backwards. Yeah, so then I will just keep going to sew straight the regular way. So it means we sewed 3 times on the same place. So that one is the knot for the sewing machine. So I will keep going to sew straight, and they see I'm staying on my line. I control my line. That line goes exactly there in the middle. Yeah, it's slow and nice. There's no rush. Sewing is about the quality. If you will control all your steps, you will always get very nice and clean project. You see? Just go straight and nice. And here at the point, so let me explain to you one trick. Can I get a tailor chop, please? So here is the point. Yeah, usually it's like sharp. But when we will get here, so let me show you what we will do. When we will get here to the tip, we will stop up our foot and we turn a little bit like this way, our project, put the foot down, and we don't jump right away to the next line. We will just make 2 stitches straight. Look at this. 1 and 2. And after again, we will up our foot and turn our project. So when you lifting up the foot, double check needle should be always down. You can't lift the foot and needle up. So needle should be always down when you are turning. That way it will be like much easier for you. Okay, now we turn and we will go this way. Yeah, maybe that way will be very long. So I will speed it up a little bit, guys, but you don't do that. Keep your time. Enjoy the project. So you see, I'm staying on the line. Yeah, so, and you see, I don't sew through the pins. When the pins goes closer, look at this. When you get closer to the pin, I will stop, take the pin out, put to my pin cushion. Yeah, my pin cushion is next to me and keep going. Okay, take the pin and keep all around the same way. Stop, take the pin out. You see, guys, I'm getting closer to this point where I have to stop. I will stop here, do the back stitch. Look at this. I press the U-turn and keep it and count 1, 2, 3. And now I have to come back 1, 2, 3. Now done. Needle up. Here is a foot. Foot up, and always pull the projects only to the back side like that or to your left side. Never pull the project to the front or to the right side. You can break the needle, okay? Oh, sorry. I got too excited. So now what I will do, I will pull the threads. I will leave here at least like 2-3 inches. So they see now we have 2 threads and leave them on the back side of my machine. Now I have this extra threads here and I will trim all of them right away. So it should be your habit. Yeah, everything you should trim right away because after it will be very hard to get them. So when we're done with this sewing part, like the first sewing part, we will sew it more. So look at this. Yeah, you can see it. Yeah, so we just sewed it all around and here is our opening. On the other side, they see, guys, the same way. Yeah, like all around, and here we have our opening. So we will use the scissors right now and trim, but look at this. When the openings here, we will cut every way kind of like here. So they see, like somewhere here, like 1/4 or 3/8 from the seam to outside, not inside, to outside. But this part, so maybe you can see it like this better. Yeah. Like that. So, but here I will trim like this. I will leave it the extra. So I will cut like this. Here I will cut like that. Yeah. But here where is the opening, I have to leave a little bit longer because then we will sew it by hand and it will be much easier if we will have a little bit extra more fabric. So again, I will use my regular scissors and let's cut it together, guys. Yeah. So do you remember, like here at the top here, what I did? I did the 2 stitches. Yeah. It was not the sharp turning. So this, can you see it, guys? So this one. It's very important because when you will inside out, this will, at the end, it will be very sharp and pointy. You will see it later when I will inside out. But if you will do here, not the like angle, like sharp angle, like just the 2 stitches here, it will be much easier for you later. The same way if you will sew the, for example, crowns for the kids, all that pics, yeah, on top. So we do the same way. So sorry, I have to go all through the 3 layers. So don't cut too close, like 1/4, 3/8 will work. So trim all the extras around. So we call this part the seam allowance. From the seam, this extra fabrics is the seam allowance. Also at the beginning, you can make a real shape what you want and then sew. But usually when you like just draw the real shape and sew it on the fabric, it's much easier. All around. Now I will follow here, the same my line to leave it a little bit bigger here. Yep. So this way. Yeah. So maybe. Okay. So we don't need anything of this. Now we'll go between the 2 nice fabrics, yeah? And we will inside out, flip it out through that part. Sorry, you can't see me. So let me start again just to show you. So we have these openings here. So we should click. If you will see, you have openings here too. But you should go from here where is two nice fabrics, yeah? The two main fabrics. So, and we will should start to inside out through this hole. Like slowly, nicely. It will take time, but it's no rush. So slowly we will. Mhm. Just take your time. And remember that everything is possible. Of course, you can make a hole a little bit bigger. But remember then, if it will be bigger, you will have to sew it by hand a little bit longer. Slow and nice. Always pull it from the center here. So if you will pull it from the center, it's coming out easy.
You can easily do this project too with like old clothes you don't want, right? Stuff like
Every single
everything.
towels, blankets, like t-shirt, even t-shirts will work here. Old bags even. Like sometimes they can be not so big, it can be small and you can use it as coasters. You can use like just decoration instead of a pillow, like cushions maybe. Or for your cats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it will be like fun
Yeah.
to make something for the cat or dogs. You guys, if you have pets, you can make even the like shape of a cat. Yeah. So it kind of it can be any shape. So if you will guys make one, just share with us. Yeah. Do you have this Instagram?
We do the LA County Library. We have it.
Yeah. Share on Instagram, guys. It will be fun to see how creative you are. I think I stuck. It's okay, so no worries.
One thing that Dee always taught me about sewing is take your time. So this is one of those moments where we don't have to rush the process.
Yeah, and we have to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Okay, almost done. Yay! So, but it's not the final one, so we will decorate it more. I did it, guys. Look at me. But I did it. Okay. But I will help myself to go all around here to help, like to see all the edges. Or the like some of them you can use a pin to go for. So this is what you will have. Yeah. Here it's clean and nice. They see it's like everything is neat and most important, it's clean. It's kind of like from the store. You will not able to see any stitches. It will be absolutely clean. And only one stitch all around and it's clean. Now we are on the decoration part and only these small like openings you are very welcome to sew it on machine, but usually I would recommend to sew it like using ladder stitch, or we call it invisible stitch. So it just here. I will show you guys, and nobody will see like anything. It's kind of like $80 right here. So now on this part, so now we will draw the lines, kind of like for example, we will see on my main projects here. I made some lines, so it's like line here, if you can see it. So line here. You are very welcome to sew them by hand if you would like. It's kind of like, I think it's Japanese technique. It's sashiko stitches, if you like the hand stitching, or you can use a sewing machine. So so it shouldn't be only like just a straight nice line like this. Yeah, can you see the lines? I believe no, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of hard to see. Let me draw it like this. Yay, now you can see it, yeah? So it can be like these type lines. It can be any circles. Can you, I think like that, yeah. So it can be different types. Like you are designers, guys, remember that you are designers and only you know how to do and what to do. Yeah. So any idea will work here. It's no rules. When you're done with all your lines, then just what we will do the top stitching. We just sew it on. I will show you on machine and I will show you by hand. You can choose like any. Which one would you like? So, for example, if we will go back to our machine, do you remember I was talking about the number, like stitch number 00? It's a straight stitch, yeah? And can we show, please, this number? It's like how long should be the stitch? I was talking that it should be 3. But right now, it will be top stitching. You're very welcome to increase it up to 4. So our stitch will be longer. Yeah, so it's very important to have a longer stitch so it will lay better. And the needle position, like this bottom one, 3.5, will stay the same. So it will be our needle in the middle. So what I did, I changed only the length of the stitch. I made it like 4. It was 3, I made it 4. So that way our like stitch will be much longer, and when you will see it on top, it will be much better. So again, the same thing, straight stitch all the way down here. So what we will do, we will start with the like 3 stitches forward. Look at this. 1, 2, 3. Maybe we should go closer. So let me like do this, guys. Can you see it? So we're trying, still learning how to do it
Yes.
properly. Yeah, so I think hopefully next Saturday it will be.
Yes, we're
Yeah.
ironing out all the kinks right now, but yeah.
Yeah, it will be much better. So 3 stitches forward, then we will press the U-turn button and do 3 stitches backwards. That way we are tying the knot, yeah? And then just follow the line. Like follow the line. I will increase a little bit the speed. Yeah, so I will increase it and just follow the line here. So they say, guys, line is the most important. Line should go here in the middle of the foot. That's the main idea. Don't look at the needle. And if you would like, you're very welcome. Even use not the straight stitch. You can use zigzag stitch or maybe some other decline stitch. You can play around. You're sewing straight. And if you want, you can go all the way, like up to the tip here, the top, or you can stop somewhere somewhere here, like 1 inch before or half an inch before to get the end. Back stitch, 3 stitches forwards, 3 stitches backwards, needle up, foot up, pull to the back or to the side. And so trim the threads right away from the front to the back, leave the long tails and leave them on the back side. So right away, oh, sorry, it's going back, my thread. So right away, trim the bottom. So it should be your habit, guys. It's, let me show you now. Maybe like this is, yeah, what I'm doing. Like that. You see, guys, I'm trimming all the extra threads. So if you, like, look at this. Oh, sorry. Yeah, so what we did just a regular straight stitch. Yeah, the regular straight stitch here. But you're very welcome. Instead of the straight stitch here, like maybe your machine here can have a different type of stitches. You can make something like fancy ones, or maybe you can use in here if you will see number, for example, like 68, it's a leaf, or number 70, it's like hearts. So you're very welcome to use like that ones if you would like. I like simple stuff. So for me, everything is simple. But you can play around. So most important, guys, don't limit yourself. Play around and see. Maybe you will discover something new. Now we will start to do these parts. So let me do it. So up like that. And we will go over here. Let me thread the machine. Something happened. So the same way, we will start with the 3 stitches forwards, 3 stitches backwards, yeah? 1, 2, 3. Press the U-turn and do 1, 2, 3. And just again, we will follow the line. So see, follow the line. That, can you see it, guys? Maybe like a little bit closer. So, oopsies, yeah. Yeah. So all the way down. So when we will get to the center, we will stop. Most important, needle is down. Up the foot, turn the project, and double check that your new line in the middle of the foot here, it's going to that gap. Yeah? And we will start this. So here, press the U-turn button. Yeah, so U-turn, it's tying the knot because we are at the end. Press and hold and do 1, 2, 3. And 3 forward. 1, 2, 3. Then needle up, foot up, pull to the side. So we will trim very close on this side, on that side. These 2 threads should go to the back under the foot. We will trim the top right away here, where we like beginning. Okay, so we will use our trash bin. So that's it. We completely maybe these ones. Now we will do our next line. Same way, yeah? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Stop pressing that and when we get to the center, needle is down, foot up. We will turn the project and sleeve. It's dancing around. So back stitch, 1, 2, 3. Stop pressing that and forward. 1, 2, 3. Trim everything. Trim here, trim here. These 2 threads should go to the back side under the foot. And we will trim this side, like 1 and 2. So they see right away the project is clean and nice. We don't have any extra threads. Okay, so 2 more to go. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And just follow the line. Up the foot. Needle is always down. Put down. And stop here. The same. Press. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. I think it's a little bit blurry.
Yeah, it is. Not sure if it's the Wi-Fi.
They think the Wi-Fi, huh?
You're coming through okay on my end.
Oh, okay, good.
Sense. And the last line here, just a second, and then I will show you what we got. 1, 2, 3. Press the U-turn and hold. 1, 2, 3. And so when we get to the center, you should stop. Yeah, so when you get to the center of this line, stop, foot up, needle should be down, and we will just turn it around. It's kind of not matching my line, but it's okay. You turn 1, 2, 3, and 1, 2, 3. Needle up, foot up, pull to the back side or to the left side. Doesn't matter. Okay, and trim all the sides right away. When we're done, so we are done here with all our lines. And they see, look at this.
So nice.
Yeah, you can be more creative there. That is like foundation, guys, but nobody limits you. Now, only the problem, we have an opening. So what is that? So here, they see, we have openings here. We just need to sew it very quick. And it's a new business here, selling the racks. Okay, let's get hand stitching needle. And this, I believe it's here. So look at this, what I have. Okay, we will get just then thinner and smaller the needle, it's much easier and faster to sew. It's kind of harder to thread, but easier to sew. What we will do, we will get this needle and we will thread it. It is a regular hand stitching needle. You don't need too long. Usually what the rule says, when you hold your needle, I don't know how to show it, maybe like this, yeah? So double thread, it's here, 2 threads should be up to your elbow. So that ideal length to work. So up to your elbow. So they see? Then you can trim it. It's a 2 threads here. So we will line up them and tie the knot. It's any knot will work. So usually I do 2 knots. I should do 3. But you guys, you shouldn't use orange, yeah? You should use the same color as your project. So what we will do, so this one is the openings. Here's the openings. So we will go at first inside, between the 2 layers inside, to hide our knot. So you see our knot with the like tail, it will go inside there, like this. Yeah, we hide it. And then we have 2 sides. So it's the openings here, and we have the left and right. What we do, we will follow like the line here. So we will go to the top, and we will always go parallel to the hole. So you see, we will get a little bit fabric on the right side. Then we will go to the left side a little bit together. So right side and always parallel to the hole. I like they say I'm sewing it's kind of even like let's do it separately. They say on the folding line. What is the folded? So parallel to the hole. One side, second side. So they see. Maybe we can focus more. Because when you pull it nicely, so they say you will not able to see anything. Yeah, so a little bit here, just very tiny, like 2-3 stitches on one side, then on the other side. And always I'm sewing parallel to the hole. Parallel. That's the idea of the invisible stitch. Like on one side, it's kind of like lattice. Or the second name of this stitch is lattice stitch. Like second side. One side. And it's a second side.
Hi, Dee. Since we're coming to the top of the hour, as you're doing that, I'm going to ask you a couple of the questions that have come into the chat.
Sure.
Yeah. So So the biggest question I've seen so far is about the time that you use the needle. So after 6 to 8 hours, you throw that needle away.
Yes, it's done, guys. Don't keep it. Yeah, so
So the,
actual working, not being in the machine. Yeah, so actual working. And if you guys going to show the new project and something like evening gown, something important, please just use this new needle. They are not so expensive, especially if you will buy the bulks like 10 or 20 or 100 pieces. They're very cheap. But 90% of all your success is a needle, good needle.
there was a question about the tension on the thread.
Tension, yeah. So when you buy the machine, so the tension is here. So what does it mean, good tension? When your bottom and top thread, like they will meet each other somewhere in between of your fabric. So it means you shouldn't see your bottom fabric on the top, and you shouldn't see your top thread on the bottom. At the beginning, if you are not sure it's good tension or not, what I recommend to make the two different colors, sorry. Top thread can be orange and bottom thread can be like, let's do like pink, yeah? So for example, pink. We will set the pink. And then just get your like fabric and see how it will work. So let me show you. Maybe, sorry. So guys, it's kind of, you got the concept here about this part. Let me finish it and I will explain the tension. So when you're done with here, just make a knot. So look at this. Just make the same like loop and go twice into the loop. Do you see? Like one time and the second time. And pull it. So we tied the knot. So sorry. We tied the knot, then go inside somewhere, doesn't matter where, like this, and get it from any place from your project, pull it and cut. So that way we secured our stitch. So if it will be the same color of thread, you even will not able to see it. I used orange kind of, you can see it, but if it will be like green, you will not able to see it. Back to our tension. So thread your top and bottom threads in different colors and just sew straight, for example. What does it mean good tension? So you see, sorry guys, can you see it? Yeah. So they see it's blurry a little bit. Yeah, or can you see it? It's orange here. And on the other side, it's a hot pink. So we don't see orange here. We don't see the pink here. It means the tension is good. So tension wheel is here. Usually it's on 3. And especially if you buy your machine new, it should be 3 for the first 2 years, kind of, not big deal. But if it's, you can see the orange, hot pink here or orange on the other side, you're very welcome to play with the tension to find out that balance. So both threads, they have to meet each other in the middle of the fabric. Sometimes, like it says, like you have to like release the tension or you have to make it like higher. So in the real life, just play around just a little bit, turn it 3.5 or 2.5 and see what is the best tension for you. But usually when the machine is new, you just bought it, don't worry about for 2 years, it will work on 3 all the time. Any other questions?
Oh yeah, we could be here for hours. So we'll get to the ones that were asked the most or more prominent to everybody. We'll ask those general questions. Now you talked about putting things on the right side. Is that because that is your dominant hand? So if you're left-handed, should things be on your left side?
Oh, guys, that's a good question. But they see, we don't have a machine for the left-handed, yeah? Because when you will sew, your project will be always on the right side.
Got it. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, so kind of we don't need the like space for us. We need the space for project. So kind of we can easily control the project and move it around.
Yes, yes, that does make sense. Now you
But
talked a lot about needle sizes. Does that just apply to newer sewing machines, or does this apply also to older sewing machines?
for every machine, for every project, for every machine, guys, it's like must have. It's like main rule. Doesn't matter what are you making, what kind of machine you are using. It will apply for everything. For domestic machine, for industrial machines, it's everywhere.
Fantastic. And just as a reminder, everybody, I know we talked about the sizes of the needles, all that. You'll get a copy of this presentation mid next week when I send out a link with the recording, so you'll be able to see all those great slides that Dee put together, talking about the different types of needles that are available and when to use them.
And guys,
Is there
sorry, yeah, don't be scared. Just practice.
is there any specific way people should get rid of needles? Is there a place to return them, somewhere to dispose of them safely?
Actually, maybe I am a criminal. It's no way. I just throw them away.
Let me see what else we got here.
Yeah, so maybe it's like somebody can figure it out what we can make with old needles. It can be another upcycling project.
And is there a preference between a plastic or a metal bobbin?
It's a no difference, guys. You are very welcome to use both of them, but most important, the size of the bobbin. Because the guys, bobbins, like every brand has own size, and sometimes you will not able to see the difference because it's so tiny. But it's the most important part. If it will be a little bit smaller or a little bit bigger, you will get lots of problem.
Is there any type of machine that you recommend for a beginner who they joined this class, they've never sewed before? Is there a, a specific, not necessarily a specific one, but what should they look for when buying a new machine?
Yeah, so guys, it's better. Most important for you guys is a speed control. It's your everything. Speed control is a more must have. Then always look at that you can open this part of your machine so that way you can hem your pants or maybe like any hemming project, your sleeve, pants or something like that. Then I would say always look how many buttonholes you have. Then more buttonholes and better the machine. All the other stitches you don't need. So buttonholes, speed control. So this part, it's kind of what you can open it. And I like this type of machine. So most important, I'm not selling anything. I don't have any referrals like links for Amazon. Yeah, I like exactly this model because it's heavy duty. It's working a lot. We like teaching every day from Monday to Sunday, Saturday, every day, like 3, 4 classes, beginners and kids, and it still survived, and we never had any service. I think it's impressive for this machine. And it's very cheap. It's 250 or maybe 220 on Amazon. But any machine will work.
And I see a question here about where to buy fabrics. And I know Anna Sylvia in her previous class um, compiled a fantastic list of local mom and pop shops that sell fabrics now that Joanne's is no more. So I'll be sure to include that list in that recording in the email as well. So you have that list of independent and mom and pop owned shops where you could support a local business and get all the threads and everything that you need. So thank you, Anna Sylvia, for putting that together for us. Can you use an all-purpose thread for embroidery, or must you use an embroidery thread?
So you can use actually any thread. But it's embroidery, it's better because it will be shinier, it will look better. But depends like idea because like all the designers are unique and they have their own ideas. So you can try. But of course, like special embroidery threads will look better.
And getting back to the needle
Mhm.
life of a needle. If you're not really keeping time of how long you've used it, how do you know you need to switch it out? Do the stitching become looser? Is there a way to tell that you need a new needle?
So you will start to get the problems with the stitching. Yeah, you will see that your stitches like are not so nice. What usually I do, for example, I in my school, yeah, we change our needles like every Monday. For example, if you don't so often, you can say like every 2 months, like I am changing the needle. Just like pick up the specific date when you are changing your needles.
I'm seeing a lot of, more, questions that are specific to one problem. And we are past our allotted time, and I do want to respect everybody's time, get you some time back here on this beautiful Saturday afternoon. So I do want to thank everybody for taking the time and joining us. And, hopefully this inspires you to either take up sewing, start a new project, or take it up again. So we will be back next Saturday again at 2:30 with more great sewing techniques and some tailoring. So Dee, I will give you the last word.
Yes, thank you so much, guys. Hopefully, I inspired you. So don't be scared. Start to make it. So practicing is the more important. You will not able to like ruin the machine. Don't worry about that. Like only the needle, maybe.
Well, once again, thank you all so much, and we will hopefully see you next Saturday. Thank you so much. See you next time. Bye bye.